Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, which is the part 2 of inferiority complex topic, I'm going to continue with the discussion that I left last video, where I was reiterating the fact that by recognizing and realizing your inferiority complexes that are inside your brain, you can handle the situations in a very better manner, in a better way, and you can have good relations, especially with the authority figures. So when you grow up, the authority figure is usually your boss, and the parents, if they're still alive, they remain the authority figures. And with those authority figures, you have a relationship of fear and inferiority. They will always be superior to you. Now, as I also mentioned in my previous videos, as a human being, we all are equal, whether it be your parents, your teachers, or your bosses at the office or anywhere else. You need to understand that every person comes with some strengths and some weaknesses. Maybe, just maybe, your teachers, your parents, or your bosses may have more weaknesses than do you have. It doesn't mean that you go into the superiority complex and start bossing them around. No, that is not the way. As our religion also tells us that extreme on both sides is always damaging and destructive. You need to have a middle path where you kill your inferiorities and refrain from getting superiority complex in yourself and avoid teaching or bossing around each other or other people. In this way, whenever you overcome your inferiority complex, you will be able to understand that yes, you are a worthwhile person with a lot of blessings. However, just like any other human being, you have some weaknesses that you can work on and improve yourself. The main gist of the matter here is to continue improving yourself in such a way that you don't go into a superior state and you don't fall into the trap of the inferiority complex. You recognize what you have as the strengths and what you have as weaknesses. It is very difficult for a person to admit or to point out their own weaknesses. We as human beings are found to be very vigilant when it comes to identifying other people's weaknesses. We can identify or we can again judge any person and we can tell them you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weaknesses. Yes, we can. But as a human being, where is your self-assessment? Where are you assessing yourself in a true manner where you are admitting to your shortcomings, which can also be said as the weaknesses? Once a person gains the strength to identify his own weaknesses, he or she can start working on them. So the first step is to recognize or to identify the weaknesses. Once this realization is there, you will be able to cope with this inferiority complex in a better way. You will be able to work on them, and you have to tell yourself this thing that I told before in this meeting as well, that I am a reasonably worthwhile person. Once a wise man told me to put this statement as a writing on your door. So whenever you open or shut the door, you can read that. You can even place it in 2 or 3 rooms where you often visit. What was the purpose of that? The purpose was when you start reading it multiple times in a day that I'm a reasonably worthwhile person with a lot of blessings. However, just like every other human being, I have a few weaknesses that I can work upon and improve myself. This revision is very important to your mind because it slowly and gradually improves your confidence level and the way you interact with other people. Because in your mind, you already have a core belief which states that you are an inferior person. So by reading this multiple times in a day, that core belief starts to get weakened. Once it gets weak, you can take it out and work on the weaknesses that you already have to improve yourself. When you reach the second stage of improving yourself, you will be able to handle this thing in a very, very easy way, in an easy manner, and you will be able to address the issues which are actually happening just because you have this belief in your family, with your relatives, with your superiors, like your authority figures, like the bosses, or anybody else that you feel is an authority figure in your life. I think that these details which I've shared in the previous part and this video will help you in identifying those improvement areas, as well as it will also help you to improve those weak areas in yourself. And once the improvement process starts, believe me, you are going to enjoy it once you start the journey towards improvement that will lead you towards a more happy life with less stress, less depression, and more peace of mind than you would have ever imagined before. I end this video with a note that I hope that you guys will ponder over these two videos that I've shared regarding inferiority complex. Do let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and as always I say, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.